Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. Today I will be doing Stitch with me. I'll explain where I've been gone and all of that good stuff. So I hope you will enjoy it. Please press subscribe if you're new to my channel. I try to post as much as I can. Please press the bell button to be notified of my videos. And let's get into it. So first things first, I'll just tell you what I'm working on at the moment in this video. So I am working on my, is it African sun or desert sun? One of those. Every time I say this, I say it incorrectly, but it will be on the title of this video. So I know I've been gone for a little while, and there is a good reason for that, which I'll explain to you in a moment. I'll just get my thread and we'll get into it. Now I finally managed to get like an overhead tripod, so hopefully you'll be able to see everything much easier. We'll see how it goes. It's attached to my bed, which I'm on at the moment, so if it's a little bit wobbly, I'll just have to see what I can do. If you hear actually a background noise, I do apologize. That is my cat. I did get a cat, and again, I'll go into it in a little later. But that's what the background noise is. Also, I live in a seaside, so if you hear any sort of seagulls or helicopters or anything like that, that's sort of very normal to where I live. And here we go. Here's a helicopter. I don't know if you can hear it. Right, I'm just getting my thread, and then I'll kind of start talking to you about what's happened to me, where I've been gone, and all of that good stuff. So I've been gone for a couple of months, I want to say. I think I haven't done any updates. Yeah, I'm right. I haven't done any updates in August or September, and today we are at the end of September. I believe it's 29th of September today, somewhere down there. Now, the reason why I haven't done any videos or haven't done much stitching either is because, well, there's a lot of reasons really. Number one, and I've said this before, work-wise, I've been so busy. I've been working, 60 hours a week, and it's been slightly killing me, I won't lie. But it is what it is, I accept the fact that it's my job, and I've chosen it, nobody's forcing me to do it. It's what I wanted to do, so just have to get on with it, do what I do best, and it won't last forever. Let's see if I can zoom you in maybe. Let's see if you can see it better. Here we are. Is that better? I think it defocuses when it's too close, so I hope you can see it well enough. So work-wise, I work in sort of events, hospitality area, and I have mentioned this before, that it's been so difficult, I'm not gonna lie. People are quite mean at the moment as well. They want everything now, because obviously no one had anything, any events, any parties, any weddings, any anniversaries, any gala dinners for a couple of years, so they want it all done now. And the problem, at least with where I work, we had a lot of redundancies, so it's just me, and I have to do 8 people's jobs in one go, so it's been tough. It's been really, really hard. I'm not gonna lie, it's been very stressful. At work, I have a lot of financial responsibilities at work, and all of that stuff, and I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. I don't want to go too deep into it, but as I mentioned before, I think in my last update in July maybe, please be patient with those who work in the industry. It's been so hard for everybody. Some venues offer to their staff some time off, sort of closures. There's been quite a few places around us that have closed down for a couple of weeks just to give their staffs a break, because everybody's been working double shifts all the time, and it's not enough just to go on annual leave, because you still have that pressure and there's nobody to cover you. So some places around us have closed off. Now we are not doing that. We work 7 days a week. Well, the business is open 7 days a week, apart from Christmas Day, and that's it. But otherwise, we open all the time. So I think I have mentioned before in my other videos that I've been struggling sort of with mental health a little bit. And I think a lot has to do with work, and the stress levels and the hours I have to do. And it's physically exhausting, even when I have time off. So today is my day off. I worked last 11 days. Today is my first day off. And even on my day off, I'm worried. I read my emails, and, I've slept till 3 o'clock in the afternoon today just to catch up on sleep. So it's been very intense. So mental health wise, a little update. I know I have mentioned this before, that I wasn't feeling very well recently. Well, the whole summer really. And I could feel there was something behind it. There was some, underlying problem with it. So I went to my doctors and I asked for a full blood test, which they basically told me that I'm going to have to wait until December to get that done because of all the queues and COVID backlog. So I decided to go private and get a private blood test done. Now, the way I got it done, so there's a company online called Medichecks, and they are absolutely brilliant. So what you do, you sign up on their website, and you can kind of purchase different blood tests that you think you want to do. So you can get an overall one. I got the one that says it's meant for fatigue and tiredness and all of that jazz. So I got the test done in my local, in my local hospital. They took the blood and I sent it off to Medichecks via the post. Once the blood's been taken, they give that back to me and I send it off through the post. So it's very easy. Got the results within 4 days. So it was really good. Now, when the results came back, most of it is okay. There's a couple of things that are definitely causing my problems that I've been having so far. So I had the consultations. It basically adds on a consultation to the blood test with the doctor. So I found out that I was severely anemic, like severely anemic, which isn't a surprise to me because I do have a very pale skin, and I always thought I was anemic because I always felt dizzy standing up, and so it wasn't a surprise. What was a surprise is that I'm not anemic because of iron deficiency. Like most of people who are anemic, they are anemic, because of they lack iron. For me, that is not the problem. My iron levels are absolutely fine, but I didn't know that you've got different types of anemia. And again, I do apologize. I'm not a doctor. I'm not medically trained, but this is what I've been explained when I went to get my results. Basically, there's different types of anemia, and you've got iron deficiency anemia, or it could be you are anemic due to deficiency in B12 and is it folate? I don't know how to pronounce it. Every time I say it, I'm not sure if I'm saying it right. Oh, sorry. I'm pretty sure it's spelled FOLATE. It's not folic acid, it's folate. And what my results have shown that I have B12 is absolutely fine, but folate, I am so incredibly deficient that it's obviously causing all of the symptoms. And what I've been told that if you are deficient in folate, or however you pronounce it, it's the one thing that when you're deficient in, it can cause, how do I put this? Not mental problems, but it can cause like physical problems like depression. It's been proved that it causes depression, that you lack concentration, your memory goes, your vision starts kind of being a little bit weird, which I had every single symptom. Driving, my vision was a little bit weird, like everything would be moving, like the horizon wouldn't be even for me, it would be moving. Mentally, obviously, depression. I don't know if I'm depressed per se, but I do have obviously the symptoms this summer. So basically they've said is because I'm so deficient in folate. What I've also been told, there's a couple of reasons why it could be. It could be due to obviously the foods that I eat, and it could be the problem that I'm just not eating enough of specific foods, and it's all things like green broccoli, green beans. What else was there? I think that was asparagus. Or another reason could be, and it's it is likely that too, that I am celiac. What I've been explained, and again I'm not saying this is just what I imagine, this is what I've been told, that if you are celiac, which is it means you are allergic to gluten. It's not gluten intolerance, it's different. So when you're celiac, your body is not absorbing certain nutrients, and the ones that it's not absorbing is B12 and folate. So I do have B12, but it's the folate is the problem. So the doctor said it's unlikely that I'm celiac, but it could be that. So what we're trying now is I'm getting supplements. Basically said if it'd been B12, I would have gotten injections, but it's not B12, so it's just folate. So supplements should do for now. I'm meant to take them for 3 months, and then once the 3 months go, if I'm still severely deficient, it will indicate there's something a bit more wrong, meaning that maybe I am celiac. So I have basically 3 months to eat gluten and then we'll see what's going to happen then. So at least it was nice to hear some sort of explanation behind all the symptoms, because I thought I was going mad. But the doctor said because I'm so severely deficient, it's not a surprise that I've been feeling all of the symptoms under the sun. What else was there? Yeah, so it did say that I was severely anemic, that my blood red cells very much enlarged, and that's again due to anemia. And it's okay, I always knew I had that, but as I say, at least I've got something. So I now take supplements. What else? In addition to that, I have, so here in the UK, there's an option to refer yourself, rather than going to the GP, you can refer yourself through the organisation called Mind, and they basically do a consultation with you over the phone, and they can advise you of what treatment you need in terms of not feeling depressed, but feeling low and just not feeling you. So I have referred myself through them, and I've had my consultation, so we're just working on the best kind of treatment plan for me, just so I would get back to normal. I've been sort of out of touch for a little while. I've not done anything nice, I lost my interest in stitching recently, so I haven't stitched much the last couple of months, so that was another reason why I haven't posted a lot. I didn't really want to stitch. I didn't want to do anything. On my days off, I just went to sleep, do nothing. Even going shopping, food shopping is a problem. I just feel like I can't do it. I just can't do it. Physically can't stand up and do it. But hopefully medication will help, and the organisation I'm going through, Mind, hopefully they will be helpful. So better things are ahead. I have also restarted my master's degree again after the summer break, so I'm doing the 3rd unit, which is marketing management. The 3rd unit is. and it's all going well so far. It's only been 1 week since I've restarted it again. I got my results from the past 2 units and I'm on high first, or if you're in America, I'm on what would you call it, high A, I think it would be an A, high A, A+. I'm very pleased with that. 1, 2, on the 5th, sorry, bear with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So knowing that I was really struggling mentally and struggling with all the health problems, and I've still managed to work through it and get an A+ or the high first from what I've done so far. It's nice. It's nice to know that I can push myself and still get there. So I've started that again. Obviously, that's time consuming. On the other hand, it does mean that maybe, I'll have the grounds to stand on when I can say, no, I don't want to do any more overtime at work because I have to study. I have a good reason why I can't work as much as I used to. I have been considering, whether I do want to stay in the job that I'm in at the moment. But at the same time, because I'm studying, I just feel like if I started working somewhere new, would be more sort of pressure to obviously again pass the probation, and on top of the studying, I don't really want to do that. So for now, I'm there, and we will see what's going to happen going forwards. Never say never. But that's sort of on that note. I just wanted to update everybody. That's why I've been gone for a couple of months, mainly because I didn't stitch much. I just still stitched, so I still have, some updates, and I will post a roundup for August and September. But it does mean that I didn't stitch as much as normal. I wasn't as inspired or as happy. I worked a lot. I didn't have a lot of time to myself to do the things I love. And when I did have time, like days off, I didn't want to do anything. I just slept all day. So that's where I am. But things do get better, and everything will get better. On another note, I had some great news in the meantime, and some of you might know this already if you follow me on Instagram. And most of you will be very happy for me. I'm pretty sure you will, because you know my love for cats. So I've always had an incredible love for cats. And guess what? I have a kitten. So you can hear her sometimes in the background. All of it was so accidental. It honestly happened so quickly, and I never thought I would get a cat that early. Since, moving into the new place, I thought it will take me a little while to get settled. But things do happen. So what had happened was my friend messaged me one evening, 8 o'clock in the evening, saying, hi, my ex-mother-in-law's cat had kittens. She has 1 kitten left. Nobody's taking her, and mother-in-law is going on a holiday tomorrow. So she needs to give the kitten to somebody. Do you want it? And then he sent me a quick little video. It was 9-second video of the kitten playing, and I straight away messaged him back, yes, I'm taking her, when can I get her? It all happened, as I say, he messaged me at 8 o'clock in the evening, and then the next day I had her. But again, it was all so quick, because obviously the did I mess up? Because the mother-in-law, oh no, that's fine, mother-in-law was going on holiday, so I had to pick her up, as soon as I could, and it just meant that I had to wait for the call, and I was working late. I think I was working till 8 or something, and I got a text saying, oh, I'm home, pick it up now. So I ran quickly to the car, drove for an hour, got her. Then it was a rush to get everything. I had to run out of my lunch break to get all the bits and bobs for the kitten, because I don't have anything in here for a kitten. And I do have her. She's here, and I'm sure you will see her in my videos. She's beautiful. She's the breed is a British long hair, and she's gorgeous. She's a tabby, my cutie. Her name is Coco. Now, I do have a little story behind how her name came about, and I did ask on my Instagram what everybody thought I should name her, but her name came to me very accidentally. So what had happened, my mum originally I was going to call her Luna, but it didn't really get stuck with me because I think, now I don't want to offend anybody of course, but a lot of people name their cats Luna at the moment, at least the people I know, and I just thought, oh, it will be another Luna, and I didn't really want to do it. So my mum texted me saying, oh, shame you can't really name her Coffee, it reminds me of a coffee, or the coffee colours. And I thought, well, I can't call her Coffee, it doesn't sound like anything good. And I thought, to me, she reminds me more of hot chocolate, because you know when you stir hot chocolate, it has a lot of different shades of brown, and that's what she reminds me of. And then I thought, well, I can't call her chocolate. What's an alternative for chocolate? It's cocoa. And I thought, but I didn't want to get into the whole, how do you spell it? Because cocoa is obviously spelled with an A at the end. So instead of that, I just called her Coco, C-O-C-O. So she's a Coco. And she loves her name. She responds to it very well. And I just love her so much. She's really the best thing that has happened to me recently. I keep joking that she's my support animal. And I know I keep joking about it, but I really, really mean it. She's been, so helpful, especially recently, in helping me to get back to the bit of a normal state. She's very affectionate. Now, I used to have a cat growing up, so my family had a cat growing up, and the cat was exotic breed. And he was a boy, and he wasn't very affectionate. So he would always be on his own, and only rarely, very rarely would come up and ask to be stroked. Now, Coco is so the opposite. She's the most affectionate cat I've ever met in my life, genuinely. She will sit on my lap all the time. If I sit down, she'll jump on top of me and sit down on me. If I'm in the kitchen, she'll always sit by the kitchen and look at me. I'll wake up in the morning and she'll cuddle up next to me like a little spoon, be my little spoon. Honestly, she's so affectionate, so hugely attached. If I'm having a bath, she'll be sort of in the bath with me. Well, literally in the bath. She jumped into the bath. I had to save her. She's just, she's everything. She's so sweet. So when I got her, she was 10 weeks old. And I got her at the beginning of August, so maybe like a 3rd or 4th of August. And now we are obviously going into October. So I think she must be about 4 months old, 5 months old or something. Maybe 5 months old, because I need to get her spayed and can do it only at 5 months. And I remember thinking, oh, it will be October when I'll need to do it. So 4 or 5 months, my little baby. She's such a sweetheart, honestly, and I will definitely feature her in my videos, just because I know there's a lot of you who love kittens as well. So I thought, why not? She will be featured in one of my videos. She's very loud, I'm not gonna lie. She's still a teenager, so she jumps on the doors, she jumps on my clothes, everywhere. But she's adorable, so I can't blame her, She's just a little sweetheart. She's a little sweetheart. Right, I'm not sure if I have... I think may have... No, I didn't make a mistake. I did not make a mistake. I did not make a mistake. I did not make a mistake. I thought I did. Do any of you talk to yourselves like I do whenever you stitch? I do it. I don't even notice it that I'm doing it. It just happens. Let's see, is it this one? Nope, not this one. This one. No, not this one. I am ever so sorry. My battery has died, so I don't really know where I've stopped, what we've spoken about, so I am just going to move along and talk about other stuff. I do apologise, my kitten is now in the room, so I think you can hear her sort of bouncing about. What else I was going to tell you about? Oh, go back. I am going to stitching and knitting show in London. I am going on Thursday the 7th. So if any of you are going to be there on the 7th, please do get in touch, leave a comment down below or message me privately or email me if you would like to meet me up in there. And so very typically my microphone has died, so I'm doing a voiceover from the future. So I'm trying to remember what I had been speaking in the rest of the video, so I do apologise if I'm repeating myself a little bit. So yes, if any of you are going to Stitching and Knitting show on the 7th, please do let me know and we can meet up, have a coffee, we can do some shopping, we can take some photos and do all the fun stuff. That's on that note. What else? If you're not from the UK, I'm not sure if you will be aware of this or not, or what's the situation everywhere else, but in the UK currently we have a whole fuel crisis, which is as bad as it sounds. Basically we have a crisis of getting enough fuel. So there is enough fuel, but it's just the problem is transporting it from where it's saved to garages and petrol stations. So if I don't know if you've seen any news or anything along those lines, but cars are having to queue for hours and hours, 2-3 hours to get fuel. Some garages have a £30 limit. Even ambulances and emergency cars are queuing to get it. So it's been fairly bad. I don't know if I will have enough fuel to get to work. Probably have enough for a couple of days, and then every other garage next to me is closed at the moment. But in all fairness, I would probably rather an ambulance got fuel than I did. So we are in that sort of situation where Brexit has had some impact. It doesn't matter how you voted, in or out, it really doesn't matter. The matter of fact is that we weren't prepared for whichever outcome we were going to receive. And all of this fuel crisis has been brought by getting out of European Union, mainly because all those workers that were from abroad, from other European countries, who didn't live here long enough, who didn't live here past 5 years and couldn't get a settlement scheme sorted, they had to leave the UK and go back home. And most of those who did go home were, most likely in jobs like transporting fuel and working on lorries, lorry drivers and all of that. I actually listened to Radio 1 recently on my way to work, and they were interviewing a Polish man who lives up north, I believe, and he transports fuel. And he was saying, it's a little silly begging other Europeans to come back and help out when, sort of UK pushed everybody out. Well, not everybody, I don't agree with that. The UK pushed those out who weren't here long enough. They weren't granted settlement scheme. So unfortunately they had to leave. They were pushed out. They were told, they had to leave whatever they built here. And now the UK has a plan, a temporary plan. I believe we are handing out visas to European citizens for 3 or 4 months, I believe, leading up to Christmas, so that they could come over here and help out with the fuel crisis. I believe the UK is also training the army to transport it, and I think it was in the news recently that they are being trained, so it will come into play very fairly shortly. It does upset me watching all of this unfold. I never thought that we'll go through the times where we will have had a pandemic, where we have no fuel, where we can't get fuel, where ambulances have to wait to get fuel. That absolutely just blows my mind. I can't really comprehend it. Knowing that there is somebody in need of help and they may not be able to get it quick enough because an ambulance has to wait for fuel. And I don't know, maybe they have installed something at this point where emergency services have priority, but what I have seen ambulances queuing at this point. So, not too sure what's going to happen there. Hopefully, we'll all get sorted shortly and nobody will have to go through the situation again. I do think that it's probably not the only part that is going wrong at the moment, and maybe we will go through other crises sooner than later. Obviously, there have been so many changes in the last couple of years that we can't predict what's going to happen. We really can't predict it. So that's, in that sense, I do wonder what are other countries thinking about this. Obviously, my perspective is from somebody who's here currently living through it in the UK. I do wonder what other people get news-wise, if you're getting the same news, what sort of you are experiencing from the outside. My washing machine is on, so I am sorry if you can hear that in the background. What else can we discuss? Reading wise, I have started reading again, mainly because I've been sort of going in and out travelling, so I had a little bit of time when I wasn't driving. I've started reading The Guest List by Lucy Foley. It's quite interesting. I'm not too far into it. I've only got maybe 100 pages done. It's really good, actually. It's really, really good. I miss reading. Reading is one of those things that I used to do as much as stitching, and now stitching takes over, studying takes over, and I don't really have as much time for that. What else? TV shows, sort of watching wise. I have started watching Private Practice. I don't know if any of you have ever seen it. It's been and gone long time ago, but it's sort of a branch off of Grey's Anatomy. So there was a character, Addison, in Grey's Anatomy, who when she left Grey's Anatomy, she was given her own show. So that show is based on her. Now, is it still obvious that it's sort of similar to Grey's Anatomy? Yes and no. I have stopped watching Grey's Anatomy at one point once everybody started dying and I just couldn't deal with the emotional trauma from it. So Private Practice, it's still quite dramatic. There's still very obvious, vivid character storylines, and there's still a lot of sort of dramatic events and all of that, but it's not as intense, so it's fairly doable. It's not as bad as Grey's Anatomy. What else have I been watching? I've been to the cinema recently, and I have gone to see, is it Shang-Chi or something along those lines? It's a Marvel film, one of the new Avengers, and I absolutely loved it. It was fantastic. I think mainly because it's a different storyline. It's not based in English. Well, kind of is and kind of isn't. It's not all based in America. It's based in, I don't want to spoil too much, so it's based somewhere else as well. Beautiful storyline, heartwarming, plenty of action. Probably every minute of the whole film was, there was action in the film. I really loved it, and I really, really enjoyed myself. I got a limitless card for 3 months. It's expiring for me at the end of September. They had an offer where it was, I believe, £10 per month instead of £17.99, and you could watch as many films per month as you want to with a card without paying extra. So I've been on it, basically. The next film I think I'm going to go and see is James Bond, and I really, really, really look forward to it. Now, the place that I work at, we are how do I put this without giving out too much? We do have a museum on site, which I look after as well, events-wise. And once the film comes out, we will have a very exciting launch at the museum. So I really look forward to that. I've never been the biggest James Bond fan, and please don't shoot me here. But I have sort of dipped in here and there. I've seen the recent ones, so I think the first ever James Bond film I've ever seen was Skyfall, and then I obviously watched the rest that followed. Before that, I didn't, but maybe I should look into it, and I might at some point. Oh, I also was going to see if any of you have any ideas. One of my friends is getting married next year, and he is so much into Star Wars. I've never actually met his wife to be, but I believe she's into it as well. So the idea I had was to have like a love scene, Star Wars related, like a wedding announcement thing. I looked on Etsy. I've googled it. I couldn't find anything I really liked. I was thinking maybe I can put 2 patterns together or 3 and create something, but I couldn't really find anything that was, what I would want. So if you've got any ideas, if you have seen anything you think I could do, please do let me know. I would be very keen to see what I can do. And I believe that is it. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for subscribing. I have received quite a few new subscribers, and that's always, it always just makes my heart melt. You are all so supportive and such a beautiful community. If you like this video and if you would like to see more, please press subscribe. Please press the bell just so that you are notified every time my video comes out. Press the like button, comment down below, and I will see you next time. Bye!